Hello everybody, welcome back to the 94 Coat channel. In case you are new here, my name is Chobi and I like to work on Volkswagens. Now, I've done a lot of work to this car for those of you that are new here. This is my Mark 6 GTI. Fun fact, this is my first car. It has been 3.6 liter VR6 swapped. Then we manual all-wheel drive swapped. The 3.6 swap is basically a baby R36, as someone has kindly referred to it as. So I pride myself in the fact that I've done a lot of this work myself. However, I have had some help along the way. Of course, we had Ethan and Ryan early on. They kind of showed me the ways with wiring and fed me a lot of that info, so I was able to take what they taught me and run and get the car to where it's at now. But also, I am not a welder and a fabricator, which is why we are back at Black Cat Garage with my initially very good acquaintance, but now very good friend, Lewis. This is Mr. Lewis, and cat's out of the bag. We have a Golf R bumper, and we're fabbing up a new exhaust for the GTI. So basically, Lewis is doing all the heavy lifting. We're gonna get a super sick exhaust put on here. I'm gonna flip the camera around, talk to him. He's gonna kind of walk you through who he is, what he does, and what we've done so far, and then I'll show you the rest.
My name's Lewis. I own Black Cat Garage. I'm a welder fabricator and basically working on projects for people that, you know, need custom stuff done, which is what I'm really good at. So Chobi here wants a center exit. And so he got this Golf R bumper, and we're making a completely insane and crazy center exit exhaust. And this is something that I excel at, is just fabricating. You know, people bring me all kinds of stuff and just give me creative freedom. So this crossover pipe I made when I originally met Chobi to snake around his rear diff that is now in here. And basically I cut out the piece in between the muffler work he had done and the part that I made, including the extra stuff back there, which y'all have probably seen by now.
Here is the resonator that y'all have seen Lewis put in, but off camera, we did install a V-band where this was originally slip jointed. So basically everything from here forward now is gonna be 100% Lewis's work. Aside from this one little piece.
Which now that you point that out, might have to go back and fix that.
And we've pushed the muffler up,
basically,
and back.
Yeah, we've relocated the muffler so one, he doesn't bang it up so much. Two, it gives me room to make his custom center exit, which is going to use these 180s, some vibrant bottle resonators, and some custom exhaust tips. Yeah, it's going to look crazy.
It's already looking crazy.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll put the camera down and let Lewis do his thing, and I'm just gonna, we'll just time lapse this, kind of see what this looks like when we're done. I'm thrilled with how this exhaust setup came out. This is actually a junkyard bumper. Scored this from a local, not the kind of junkyard where you pick your own part. That would have been crazy if there was a Golf R at a junkyard like that, but a local scrap yard that does the dismantling for you. This was actually a really good deal. It does have, you know, its imperfections, and then the whole bumper I am going to get cut and polished by Matt at Camel City Wraps and have him ceramic coat it so that way the whole car still remains coated. Here is the customization that I did to the OEM lower valance. Trimmed it out and just added this honeycomb grill, and I think it's a really cool addition. Not only is it something kind of unique, but it also shows off Lewis's beautiful welding. I almost feel like if Rieger made a Mark 6R rear end, which they didn't, that it would kind of look like that. They'd probably kind of beef it up and make it a little bit lower, but nonetheless, I incorporated the vents on that because of the vents on the Rieger skirts right there in the corner. I have some footage, never made it to a video, but I have some footage of this car back in March when I completed the all-wheel drive and got the exhaust completed. I have some really cool footage, some really good drive-bys. I am gonna go to that same location and do some drive-bys now so y'all can actually get a really cool A/B of what things used to be like. So as a quick reminder, the old setup, stock 3.6, stock cams, untuned, USP Motorsports Mark 5 R32 test pipe and catted mid-pipe kit with a vibrant 2.5-inch bottle resonator on the mid-pipe. And then an AliExpress valve muffler. That was our old setup. Our new setup, of course, is still a 3.6 liter VR6, but we are tuned. Cat cams, stage 2, big cams. Friedrich Motorsport, catless long tube headers, Super Sprint, catless stainless steel mid-pipe to a 3-inch vibrant bottle resonator. We still have our AliExpress valve muffler, but then after the muffler, we have the 2 additional 3-inch vibrant bottle resonators. So we have a total of 3 resonators, 1 valve muffler, no cats, and some very long tube headers. And these are what they sound like compared to each other. car that sounds quite like this one. It's unbelievable. You still get that snarly, pissed off, mean long tube header sizzle up top. The two bottle resonators took just enough of the edge off that you really can hear the characteristics of the VR6, of the big cams, and of the long tube headers. It's an incredibly unique exhaust note. Inside the cabin you get a lot of almost inline 5-cylinder rumble, and I think part of that has to do with the long tube headers are equaling out the length of the exhaust runners. It is a shockingly good sounding car. I've never heard a car that sounds quite like this one, and I think it's the best sounding VW out there, in my opinion. Of course, my opinion's very biased. I think that's pretty much going to conclude today's video. I want to be honest, I don't know what comes next for 94Co. I am at a point, shockingly, where, of course, I've never been happier with the car. That should probably go without saying, but I'm at a point where I don't want to do much, if anything else, to the car. I've engine swapped it. I've manual all-wheel drive swapped it. I've put big cams in it. It's been tuned. It has long tube headers. It has a custom catback. I'm not sure what comes next. You know, I can't keep making videos on the same car over and over again. And I'm also not the kind of person to just modify my car for the sake of modifying it so I can post it on YouTube. I set out to turn this car into a driver. I had a very specific set of goals, and I've reached all of them. So moving forward, you may or may not see much more content of this car, or it may be kind of more spread out. I don't know if I'm gonna do kind of more videos on stuff that I work on with 94Co as the business. I don't know if I'm going to do more videos on shows that I attend. Of course, I don't have many opportunities to attend many shows now as a business owner and as a father, but nonetheless, this has been one hell of a ride with this car. Of course, I want to thank each and every one of you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for messaging me. All of y'all have had nothing but amazing things to say. And truly, that really does mean a lot to me. I never thought I'd be in the position that I am now, where I have people coming to me for build advice, people coming to me with questions, or people just messaging me to say how much they love the car. That really means a lot to me. And it's because of y'all that I was able to acquire my sponsorship with Euro Tuning, which, of course, without them, a lot of this would not be possible. So I can't stress this enough. I am incredibly fortunate to have you guys as fans and to have Euro Tuning on board, because really, without either of those things, the car just simply wouldn't be what it is right now. So a tremendous thank you to Euro Tuning for their continued support of the channel. I will be sure to leave a link to their website down in the description. Y'all be sure, if you're ordering stuff for your VW, your Audi, your BMW, your Mini, your Mercedes, whatever, if it's European, you need to be getting it from Euro Tuning. And my sincerest thank you and gratitude to all of my fans and supporters. Y'all are the best. Y'all are what makes this worth it. Y'all are what make the VW community the best car community in the world. With that said, I'm gonna sign off. I'll see y'all later.